Hi, I'm back. It's been a while. I've started doing my machine learning comic evaluation algorithm again, which has been very fun for the last month or two. Thought I would start doing regular videos, maybe once a month, showing how the results comparing with various online pricing resources. This month I'm comparing against Cover Price. And I'm going to do it on all the comics that I bid on, whether I won or lost the comic, and all the comics I sold. So right now, I'll show you the kinds of comics I've been bidding on. I have it up here in CLZ, which is how I store my collection. Bid on this first Kamala Khan, a couple issues I lost. A Raw Alpha Flight #1. Bunch of Spider-Man. Nothing crazy, like first Randy Robertson kind of things, or first Hammerhead, or just cool covers. And though this first Carnage is pretty nice book. And then this book that I like that's been going down in price, the first Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, which the Marvel movies hurt the value of, actually. And then a bunch of Avengers, so a little bit of Daredevil, some Thor, first Mockingbird. And these are all books I lost, so I underbid a lot of things, and then every once in a while I get lucky. And then just some cool covers on modern comics, some of these road covers. Thought that would be a good challenge actually for my algorithm, because it's not going to have the data availability that I have for the less modern books. And part of the pricing that humans use to evaluate these covers, oh, this is a cool one, just how pretty the cover looks. So interesting challenge, and we'll see how we do. Books I actually bought, I'll show you at the end of the video. The books, I have them in person now. I got this batch of 25-cent Thors raw, and a couple of books not raw, and then one $1 book Hulk, and then a few that I sold. So I sold this What If Miles Morales were Captain America raw. That was like $1.50. The one expensive book I sold was this first Frankie Ray in the Fantastic Four. All right, enough of that. Let's get to the numbers. Here are the numbers. For the yellow books are all the losing bids, the blue is the winning bids, and the orange is the sold. So you can see a lot more losing bids, which is probably for the best, and that it's a fairer competition if someone else set the winning price between my machine learning evaluation and Cover Price. So in the middle you have the ratio of the buy price to the guess at the buy price, the predicted price by the two algorithms. Green means it's pretty good, red means it's pretty bad. So you can see Cover Price guessed $80 for a 9.4 3D1 Spider-Man, and I guess 662, not too good either. It's interesting, why would I guess so low? Anyway, both algorithms had a little bit of trouble. They had more trouble, and the buy price was 22. Now you'll see some of the prices are grayed out for Cover Price. That's because if they don't have data for a particular book, they just won't give a guess. So then I do the comparison of my algorithm versus theirs, either including that as a 0, like it would be if you were doing a summary of your evaluation of your books in like the CLZ comic collection, which imports the price estimates from Cover Price. Yeah, they don't have this signature book for Kingpin 5. Anything else? They're missing, I don't know why they would be missing this, but they're missing a 185 7.5. It is an annoying aspect of that algorithm when you're pricing out your collection for fun. All right, results. So overall, my accuracy is 76.9 compared to Cover Price at 63.71. So we're talking about an increased accuracy of, what is that, 13.3-ish. So that's pretty nice. Now I'm looking at a total of 42,000-ish data points right now. Data point is an example of a price a book was sold for, and the date. I'm sure that Cover Price has many millions of examples. They have over 800,000 books in their database, and each probably has lots of sales on average. So I'm pretty happy actually with how successful the algorithm is looking so far. Of course, they're at a disadvantage in the 63.61 of having these grayed out estimated at 0. If you eliminate the grayed out ones, they go up to 64.35. And for those, discounting those grayed out ones, which assumably are a little harder to evaluate, I go up a little bit too, but not as much, obviously. Still, almost 13% improvement. Very nice. I'll make another one of these videos next month and see if this month was just, I just got lucky. And maybe I'll try to fold in another pricing service. It is a little bit of a pain for some of the pricing services to get data for each of the books. You have to do a lot of individual clicking, but I'll give it a shot. I don't know if I'll do them all every month or anything, but I'll try to rotate a bit. Anyway, that's it for the numbers. Let's look at what I got. I got, this is a cool Thor cover. And let me, maybe I'll supersize the screen here and get a little glare off the screen. So we'll set it up in person. All right. You need to look at me. All right. A little glare still. It's pretty cool Hela there. And a couple more Thor. Fun. These Thor books aren't that easy to evaluate. The price of, because they're not that expensive, and a lot of the books are gathered. The data is gathered through online sales. So when the online sale price is pretty low compared to the price of shipping, that's not good. It means the people buying it are being weird about their valuations. Oh, this book here is considered a bondage cover, Minor Kiefer Bondage. Told my wife that was being evaluated by the machine learning. It was trying to give a bonus for a bondage, and she was unimpressed. But we'll see what the numbers say. And then we got the dollar book Hulk I got. It was a missing book in a run I have. There we go. And so I thought I'd get it, and then maybe I'll sell the run on eBay eventually. Get a little more data on the price for these dollar book style things. And then let's see the slabs. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars in a 9.6. I'd like to get a 9.8 of all of these. It's one of my favorite series. I collected them when I was young. That was near the end of when I was collecting comics. All right, and here's one. It's really hard to evaluate the price of, not only because it's a rare book, this Kingpin, but also because it's a signature series book. So it's signed by Tony Harris. And CGC, I don't even think tries to evaluate the value a signature gives. But machine learning is happy to give it a shot. It's one of the nice things about the machine learning algorithm is it considers every book as relevant to the price of every other book. So you get some generalization possibilities, whereas most of these other, in fact, all these other pricing services are basically evaluating them on a book by book and a grade by grade basis. And that just isn't enough data to do a good job, in my opinion, that way. And the last book I bought was Amazing Adventures 38, the 9.6. Not a particularly special book from an event perspective, but you know, it's a 1976 book in a 9.6. I just thought that was cool. I've actually read this book. You got kind of the dream world stuff going on. That's why you have, you know, crazy vampire Doctor Strange and goat Daredevil and stuff. Those aren't real things. Anyway, this was fun. I'll do it again next month and see if my results are as good or maybe even better after a month more programming. Thanks for stopping by, and leave in the comments if you want me to evaluate against a different pricing service or use a different methodology or anything like that.